their money would be better put towards maybe an army or the homeless, because that's humanity. I think it's better to put, or it's not better, but it's just as good to put your money towards animals because they're the definition of innocence. So it's good to become an active member and donator of that, supporter. I love animals. I'm one of those people that would go out and try to save my cat when a tornado is a mile away from my house. And I work at the pet resort right now, and I'm just very passionate when it comes to things like animal charities and organizations. Imagine your beloved dog or kitten getting lost and being far away from you, and there's no chance or hope of you finding him back. Wouldn't you hope that someone would pick him up and take care of him and put him in a safe shelter or find a home for him rather than him be left on the streets or put into a slaughter policy shelter? I'll start with the company's national works because they have both national and international. So I'll start with the national. The Humane Society is the largest and most effective animal charity in the United States. It's been seeking a stable and good environment for animals since 1954. And according to an advanced search from the Humane Society on Charity Navigator, last updated in 2014, one Humane Society member was reported saying, "It's a victory every time we save one of these little lives. We are the main force against cruelty and neglect, and a trusted voice for renewing the human-animal bond." The Humane Society also investigates animal cruelty and enforces the law because you can report animal cruelty to them and they'll go check out the house because they can do that. They have legal power to go look inside the house and see if there is any neglect. And if there is something, they can call the police and take the animals from you if you're mistreating them and put them in one of their own shelters for them to be adopted. And that's according to the Humane Society section of the BBB Wise Giving Alliance website at give.org, last updated in 2015. There are also emergency responders when things happen like Hurricane Katrina and a bunch of animals get lost or they have to flee if they are homeless because it floods. So they'll have mobile vet clinics, and then I know for Katrina they built facilities just for that because they had such a big amount of animals that they had to take in. They also have campaigns to promote animal adoptions. So sometimes they'll sit outside a store with dogs and kittens, bunnies, pigs, horses, sometimes even cows and donkeys, whatever, and they'll try to send them with the family. They go to the store, you have to pay a small adoption fee because they had to pay for the shots and everything, and it is a non-profit, so they have to get their money from somewhere. They also provide businesses and homeowners with a humane way to get rid of pests. So if you have a small nest of baby raccoons living in your attic, instead of calling an exterminator, they'll come and take them and put them in one of their facilities, or they'll go and release them back into the wild. They also try to prevent dog fighting, puppy mills, factory farming, and horse slaughter, because those are really common in the United States right now. Some of them are already illegal, but sometimes police are more for like murder and weed. They don't really have time to investigate animal cruelty, so that's what they do. Then if they do find something, then they report it to the police. Einstein once said, "If a man aspires towards a righteous life, his first act of abstinence is from injury to animals." Next, I'll move into larger and bigger international affairs of the Humane Society. The charity does a very good job of educating the public about international animal rescues and issues. For example, the Wolf Preservation Project, that's been going on since the 1950s. It's the oldest project they've had that's been ongoing because people hunt wolves, and there's wild dogs, but the actual purebred wolf numbers are dwindling, so they try to take care of the wolves and keep their population intact. And like dog fighting, puppy farming, bunnies being used for makeup, and the clubbing of baby seals and other animals for the fur trade. They try to keep stuff like that from happening. They actually recently teamed up with Kesha, who's a contemporary pop singer, to stop using bunnies in makeup. So her slogan is, "We don't have to harm animals to be beautiful." So There's commercials with that, and that's a lot of people like Kesha, and they don't know about the Humane Society, so that's raising awareness. And they recently saved 57 dogs from a puppy farm in Korea. And in Korea, dogs are food. Here we frown upon that, so that's really good here that we were able to get them, save those dogs from over from there, because they probably would have been used for the Yulin Carnival next year, which is where they slaughter dogs. And that's according to the Our Work section of the Humane Society's own website, which is constantly being updated. The organization also conducts hands-on programs that make our world a more humane one. They have many charities and wildlife facilities to keep endangered species or animals that have been hurt or injured that it's not safe for them to be released back into the wild. And that's according to the wiki.org Humane Society page. And that was last updated in 2015 in June this month. Given these points, although negatively viewed by some humanity activists, it's a good place to put your money because animals can't fend for themselves like people can. They can't buy their own supplies. They can't get their own food if they're living on the streets. The Humane Society of the United States logo. Not only do they save animals like just domestic pets, but they save wildlife that are important to the ecosystem, like whales, because we're very low on whales, so then the small fish population gets out of control, and so that's why they're trying to stop whaling, because they're important to our ecosystem, plus it's cruel. Whaling is cruel. Harrison Ford once said, "Our health relies